Welcome news tonight to anyone who has been impacted by cancer, either directly or indirectly. And there's a lot of people. A promising new report finds that more people in the United States are surviving cancer than ever before. CNN Chief Medical Correspondent Dr. Sanjay Gupta joins me now. Sanjay, this is really encouraging news. Tell us a little bit about these.
Yeah, I get to give some good news for a change, right?
So nice.
You know, we measure these incremental changes in the progress on cancer, but it's interesting when you sort of see it play out over decades. 1991 till now, what you find is there's about a 32% reduction in the cancer death rates. That's significant, and if you actually figure out what does that translate to, 3.5 million lives saved. I mean, there are people who are alive today who otherwise wouldn't have been. And I can tell you, you just showed this. Back in 71, there was around 3 million cancer survivors in the country. Now, close to 18 million, which is about 5% of the population. So if you're out there, 1 in 20 people roughly would identify themselves as a cancer survivor, which is, that's
pretty incredible. Yeah. Why? Is it because of a lot of organizations, or is it, people getting screened earlier?
I think there's several things, but I think there's a couple major things. First of all, the main cancers that we're talking about, where a lot of this progress has been made: lung cancer, colon cancer, prostate cancer, and breast cancer. I think there's two things. One is that we're better identifying the genetics of these cancers, so we know the mutations that are causing this and can target those mutations. But also this avenue of therapy is known as immunotherapy, which actually teaches your immune system or allows your immune system to fight the cancer. I always give the example of Jimmy Carter. You know, he had metastatic melanoma to his brain, a clear death sentence a decade ago. He got one of these immunotherapies, and as far as I know, he's still building houses with Habitat for Humanity. He's in his mid-90s now.
He's still here. He's still doing the work. I want to ask you about your podcast. I know it's exciting. Chasing Life is really, really interesting. This is what, the 5th season?
Yeah.
Season 5? What